Deep in the Scottish Highlands lies a body of water shrouded in mystery and legend. Loch Ness, a vast, dark and deep freshwater loch, is home to one of the world's most enduring enigmas, the Loch Ness Monster, affectionately known as Nessie. For centuries, tales of a large unknown creature lurking in its murky depths have captured the imagination of people worldwide. But are these just stories, or is there something real beneath the surface? Today, we dive into the chilling sightings, the ancient myths, and the modern technology deployed in the hunt for this elusive beast. The story of Nessie isn't a modern phenomenon. The earliest report dates back to the 6th century, in the biography of Saint Columba. According to the text, the saint encountered a water beast that had attacked a local man. Columba supposedly commanded the creature to retreat, and it obeyed, disappearing back into the depths. This account, however, was likely intended to highlight the saint's power rather than document a cryptid. For centuries after, local folklore spoke of water horses or kelpies inhabiting the loch. But it wasn't until the 20th century that Nessie truly became a global superstar. The modern craze began in 1933. A new road was built along the shore of Loch Ness, offering an unprecedented, clear view of the water. That spring, a couple, the Mackays, reported seeing an enormous creature, rolling and plunging in the loch. Their story was picked up by a local newspaper, and the legend exploded. Suddenly, sightings became frequent. People described a large-bodied animal with a long neck and one or more humps, a description that has largely stuck to this day. Perhaps the most iconic piece of evidence is the Surgeon S photograph from 1934. It allegedly shows the head and long neck of Nessie emerging from the water. For decades, this black and white image was considered the best proof of the monster's existence. It defined the popular image of Nessie as a plesiosaur-like creature, a marine reptile thought to have gone extinct with the dinosaurs. The photo was sensational, convincing many skeptics and fueling the global obsession. However, the story took a dramatic turn. In the 1990s, it was revealed to be an elaborate hoax, crafted using a toy submarine fitted with a sculpted monster head. The confession came from one of the conspirators on his deathbed, shattering the credibility of the most famous Nessie photo. Despite this major debunking, the sightings didn't stop. In fact, some of the most compelling and chilling accounts have emerged in the years since. One notable sighting was by a man named Tim Dinsdale in 1960. He captured a piece of film footage showing a dark, hump-like object moving at a considerable speed across the loch, leaving a powerful wake behind it. Unlike the surgeon's photo, Dinsdale's film has been analyzed by experts, including aeronautical engineers, who concluded that the object was likely an animate object, not a boat or a natural phenomenon. The footage remains one of the most intriguing pieces of evidence in the Nessie case file. Another chilling encounter happened in 1936. A group of about 50 people on a pleasure cruise all witnessed a creature with 3 humps swimming on the surface. They watched it for over 10 minutes before it submerged. The sheer number of witnesses makes this sighting difficult to dismiss as a simple misidentification or a hallucination. Over the years, countless individuals, tourists, locals, and serious researchers have reported similar experiences: strange shapes on the surface, mysterious humps breaking the water, and massive, unidentifiable objects detected on sonar. Sonar has played a huge role in the modern search for Nessie. The logic is simple: if there's a large animal in the loch, advanced sonar should be able to find it. In the 1980s, Operation Deep Scan was launched, one of the most extensive sonar expeditions ever conducted on Loch Ness. A fleet of boats equipped with sonar was deployed, creating a sonar curtain across the loch. During the operation, they registered 3 significant sonar contacts that were described as being larger than a shark but smaller than a whale. The targets were deep in the water and seemed to move, but they were never visually confirmed. The results were tantalizing but ultimately inconclusive. More recently, technology has advanced even further. In 2018, a team of international scientists conducted a massive DNA survey of Loch Ness. They collected water samples from various depths and locations throughout the loch to catalog every living species by identifying their environmental DNA, or eDNA. This is the genetic material that organisms shed into their environment. The hope was that if a large, unknown creature existed, its DNA would be in the water. The team tested for DNA from reptiles, like the plesiosaur, but found nothing. They also ruled out large fish like sturgeon or Greenland sharks. However, they did find a significant amount of eel DNA. This led the lead scientist, Professor Neil Gemmell, to speculate that perhaps the monster could be a giant European eel. While eels can grow quite large, it's a stretch to imagine one reaching the colossal sizes reported in many sightings. So what could people be seeing? Skeptics offer a range of plausible explanations. The most common is misidentification. Loch Ness is known for its strange optical illusions and water conditions. Floating logs, boat wakes, swimming deer, or even groups of birds can be mistaken for a monster, especially from a distance in poor light. The loch also experiences seiches, which are standing waves that can create unusual surface disturbances that look like humps. Another theory points to the geology of the Great Glen Fault, on which the loch sits. Minor underwater tremors could release trapped gas, causing bubbles and turbulence that could be mistaken for a living creature. Despite the lack of conclusive evidence, the belief in Nessie persists. Why are we so captivated by this mystery? Part of it is the allure of the unknown. The idea that a prehistoric relic could survive, hidden from science, in a deep dark loch, is incredibly romantic and exciting. It taps into our primal sense of wonder and our desire for the world to still hold secrets. Loch Ness itself is the perfect setting for such a legend. Its waters are so deep and dark with peat that visibility is almost zero just a few feet below the surface. It's a vast, unexplored world right beneath our feet. The search for Nessie has also become a cultural phenomenon and a significant tourist driver for the Scottish Highlands. Each year, hundreds of thousands of visitors flock to the shores of Loch Ness, all hoping to catch a glimpse of the legendary monster. For many, the hunt is part of the fun. The official Loch Ness Monster fan club and the Loch Ness Centre continue to log sightings, keeping the legend alive for a new generation. In the end, whether Nessie is a living dinosaur, a giant eel, a series of misidentifications, or simply a powerful myth, her story continues to enchant us. The enigma of Loch Ness is a testament to the power of mystery and the human imagination. Perhaps we don't really want the mystery to be solved. As long as the loch keeps its secrets, the legend of Nessie will live on, swimming in the murky depths of both the water and our collective consciousness. What do you think is lurking in Loch Ness? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the legend of the Loch Ness Monster. If you enjoyed this exploration of the unknown, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure into the world's greatest mysteries. See you next time.